Hey there, survivors. Cougar here, back with more gameplay from the post-apocalyptic city building, society building game Frostpunk. We are up to day 16, and let me just thank all of the people who have dropped hints and suggestions and tips for what I should be doing, what I'm doing wrong, what I could be doing better. I know that I'm doing a lot of stuff stupidly here. One of the things that we could be doing better is replacing these tents. Thank you, Xenacine, and was it Roger who also suggested this? That's definitely something that we have to get onto, put some bunkhouses down there. Now, I was thinking we could wait until we unlocked the houses down here. That's on the next tier, so we would have to wait for the research that we're doing right now to complete, then unlock the next tier, then unlock the houses. That seems like a long time to wait to get these tents warmed up. The tents are okay right now, though. I mean, okay, one thing that I have not been paying attention to that I really should be is up here at the very top on the right-hand side. You see we've got kind of a calendar going, and it's counting down, and it's actually telling us when the next temperature change is going to be, whether it's going to get warmer or colder. And if I hover over here, it tells us that the temperature is going to drop significantly in about 5 days, 5.5 days. So at that point, we may be able to. Wow, our discontent keeps going way down. At that point, we're definitely going to have to upgrade these, but that may give us enough time to wait until we unlock the houses, so we don't have to, you know, burn too many resources doing the wrong thing here. Our hope is still very low. Scouts have reached the American camp, and scouts have reached the children's hideout. Let's check out both of these. So at the American camp, there's not a living soul in camp. We found about a dozen emaciated bodies. Surprisingly, most of them were amputees fitted with prostheses. Let's explore. The American camp was well supplied with everything except food. Searching the tents, we found more victims of hunger. Most of them had been badly worn, but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing the company... Excuse me. Most of them have badly worn but sophisticated artificial limbs bearing a company symbol, Tesla Manufacturing. We can only bury them and take their equipment. So we'll take the steel and steam core that were here. I think that in another roll of the dice you actually could have found some survivors here, but we'll take the equipment anyway, the resources. And I think we'll send our scouts on to the next spot. This is a temporary settlement. We can see 2 small rows of wooden huts, but no smoke or other signs of life. We'll send them on to the temporary settlement and then go down to our next group of scouts at the children's hideout. This cave is a hideout for some children who were evacuated from winter home. There are no adult survivors here. We should talk to the kids and take them to our city. We talked to the children in the hideout. They said that one night their teachers and some hunters took them out from winter home on a secret adventure. Teachers told them they were going to stay here for a while. When the food ran low, their guardians went back to get more and didn't return. It seems these kids were evacuated in time before the things in their city got really ugly. Now we could escort the children to the city. That's a lot of mouths to feed and a lot of housing we're going to have to build for them, and they're not going to work. We're going to have to build like 2 more children's shelters to keep all these kids occupied during the day. I guess we escort the children back to the city. Our scouts don't actually have any place new to go from here, so might as well escort them back. We formed the children into an orderly column and set off toward the city. They walked quietly and resolutely, like little adults, the youngest clutching their toys tightly. This is going to be a long journey. Please have enough warm beds prepared for their arrival. I guess we're going to kind of have to do that. And it looks like there was another place for us to explore down here. Man, I should have just sent those kids back on their own, and if we lost some along the way, we lost some along the way. Shoot! Shoot! Oh, that was dumb. Oh well. Oh well, we'll live with it. So we've got a handful of people joining the Londoners, but people seem fairly hopeful. I say fairly too much, but every kid has a place in a child shelter, that's raising hope. A bunch of people living near houses of prayer, that's raising hope. I wonder if we should build another house of prayer here to keep these people hopeful. Where's our second one? Second one's way out here, not doing much good to anybody. I think we should build another house of prayer. Corpse disposal, we need to unlock the... Oh, now that's a law, isn't it? Check our book of laws, go to adaptation. We need to build a cemetery. A cemetery will raise hope slightly. Each burial will keep people from work for a few hours. That's okay. And I will have to establish a cemetery. That's fine.
Listen, everyone.
All right.
New law is signed.
We can do that. It only takes 10 wood. I don't think this has to be any place warm. So no reason not to build a cemetery here. I'm going to build it pretty far away from all the good stuff. Build it all the way out here by the beacon, then run a street out to it. Okay. And then we were going to build another place of worship, faith, house of prayer, base heating level 2. Which means it can be fairly far away from stuff too. This seems like a good spot where it's going to be hitting a bunch of homes and it's far enough away from the other that there's not a lot of overlap, if any. It's not ideally placed, but that's just because I've been so sloppy about building these rings. Nothing can find a good spot, really. But again, we'll make do. People are not homeless. People are not too sick. We're running low on food. I should think we've got 4 steam cores. I think maybe we should build another hothouse. We have one hothouse here somewhere, right? Don't we? We have a hothouse here somewhere. They're pretty distinctive. I think I'd be able to spot it quickly. Have we? Oh, there it is. Okay. Wondering if we had not built one, maybe. We are running at steam level 2.
Work time. Get back to work.
To keep people nice and toasty. Cemetery was established. Hope rises. Now we can put our dead to rest. Hope rises. Discontent will fall a bunch now that we got rid of that corpse. Wow, look, we've got almost no discontent now. Just a few people cold at home. Oh, and I still don't remember what the hotkey is for the temperature overlay. Let's turn it on. So, homes that are cold, that's a bunkhouse, that's a bunkhouse, that's a bunkhouse. That's a bunkhouse. Care house, we can turn this heater on. The cookhouse, we could turn the keep the heater on. Keep the heater on. It's still chilly there. We're gonna need another. You know what we need is another coal mine. Let's warm it up out there at the coal mine and build a second one. And then we got to think about the food situation. Coal mine, great. And then use another steam core on a hothouse? I think that's a wise investment, honestly. Just looking for a good place to put it. Way out here. Just don't want to build it too close to that and make it hard to build another coal mine out there. This looks like an okay place, I guess. Well, not really, no. Way out here? I guess we could put it out here. It's got internal heating. Yes, it's too cold. But we'll turn on the heater once it's ready. And we're going to be putting down more steam hubs as well. More steam hubs. These steam hubs are doing an okay job, but we really need one over here. Can Can we build one of those right now? We got 20 steel. We've got a good supply of steel. Now, I'm saying good supply for these things, but we, you know, in terms of actually stockpiling stuff, we don't have that good a supply. We got to turn the heater on out at the sawmill so these people aren't getting sick. And we should probably build another sawmill. Out here. Resources, sawmill. That's getting a lot of wood. This one gets a lot of wood. Don't want to destroy any resources though. Well, this looks like a lot of wood down here. Now we're going to be destroying a bunch of resources if we build there, but should we build it right in the middle? We are going to destroy some resources, but I think there's enough out here to make it worthwhile. Alright, let's try that. We do have to run a street out to it. Build the factory to start making automatons. That's what I want to do. Definitely. Definitely. Oh, I just burned a bunch of trees building that street there. I could have done that better. Alright, we unlocked the factory. Let's start marching toward... what? Upgrading our coal mining operation. A better steel mill. The wall drill is a source of wood for when the other sources are exhausted. Outpost depot we don't need. Factory we just unlocked. I think we need the generator efficiency upgrade so that we're not burning as much coal. The sooner you get this stuff done, the better. Wow, jeez, I wasted a lot of wood running that street out there. I probably could have shifted it over a couple of squares and not destroyed all that wood. But more dumb mistakes. What are you gonna do? Alright, hothouse is built. We need to turn on the heater and assign a bunch of workers. Put a couple of engineers on it. Let's just do one engineer. We've got more workers than engineers right now. And this is built now too. Our coal mine. Excellent. Let's warm that up so people aren't freezing to death while they work. Are the heaters on all of these? Yes. 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 These actually probably don't need the heaters. No, these gathering huts are okay without heaters. Alright, now here's something I don't really understand. And I'll look into it, but if anybody knows what this is about, let me know. So if I click on the coal thumper, it's got workers working the coal thumper. If I click on I've got gathering posts, and it looks like people from the gathering posts are working these coal piles. But if I click on the coal pile itself, it tells me there are even more workers I can put on here. Should I have... Do I need workers on the coal pile itself and the gathering posts? I'm not really sure. I'll go ahead and put some workers on this coal pile because we can never have too much coal. And maybe that'll start bringing it in even faster. Yeah, because... Alright, so this is... The guys at this gathering post are bringing in 26 coal an hour, 27. Same with this one. And now if I add workers here, now we're bringing in 10 coal an hour. An additional 10 coal an hour. So I think that's the way to do it. Now, we've got that factory unlocked. I think we should try to build one as soon as possible to get building those automatons. 30 wood, 15 steel, and a steam core. Alright. It actually fits perfectly there, so let's do it. Alright, not too unhappy with the way things are going. We got no discontent. Our hope is okay. Scouts have reached a temporary settlement. Let's check it out. Settlement seems to have been abandoned. It consists of several tiny wooden shacks that are now completely empty. An upright boulder stands at its center. Explore it. Memory of injustice. The center of the settlement is marked with an upright boulder. On its roughly planed face, someone chiseled the following: May God forgive the genius who sacrificed human lives in the name of progress, for we can't. Exiles of Tesla City. We won't touch the monument, but we decide to dismantle the huts for wood. We discovered 2 more sites, Dreadnought Landing and a walled colony. My scouts aren't super loaded down with stuff yet. Let's send them on to at least 1 more of these sites. Maybe even both of them, I don't know. Oh boy, if I had more people, I would make a 3rd group of scouts, because it's going to take forever for these guys to get back down to the freshwater springs. Did I actually... I built a 3rd... Yes, I built a 3rd house of prayer. Great. And it's nice and warm in there because it's right next to the steam hub, so good. And citizens are still cold at home, but our discontent is so low that I don't think that's the end of the world. We've got no unassigned workers. Our children... How many of our children are in children's shelters now? Do I have 2 children's shelters? I've got... Well, there are none in here right now, but I've got that one there, and then I had another one over here. Wow, it's cold in the cookhouse. We need to build a steam hub over here. Yeah, nobody's freaking sick. Nobody's sick, so I'm not too worried about keeping that warm right now. We just need to get them working more because we need more food. So this is in the green. We're bringing in 280 a day, and we only need 217 a day, so we are stockpiling food. We've got those 2 hothouses built and a bunch of hunters' huts. Factory is built. We need engineers. I've got 9 engineers on this gathering post, which is a waste of their talents. Plus, I just put a bunch of people on the pile itself. It almost seemed like the gathering post was more effective than the piles. So I'm going to take these guys off of the pile and put them on the gathering hut. And then put engineers on the factory and order them to make an automaton with our last remaining steam core. Now we've got scouts out there bringing at least 2 back with them if everything goes according to plan. I'm just reluctant to use our last steam core in case we encounter some big problem that we need to address. Well, one big problem we need to address is wood. We've hardly got any wood left. Oh, and we don't even have enough wood to build an automaton, do we? I think once it starts building, it's going to tell us that we don't have enough wood to do that, so we've got to get... Oh, you know why? Because we never put anybody to work in this other sawmill. Running a little low on manpower here. Can't take anybody off the workshop. Gotta keep stockpiling coal. Can't take anybody off the hothouses. We gotta keep stockpiling. Jeez. Steel is okay. I could take a couple of workers off of steel. Just a couple off of each of these. Wow, 10 engineers working out here. And put them on the sawmill, because I think the sawmill needs... our wood situation needs more attention. Alright, we've got people regaining hope. For the first time, the Londoners have failed to persuade anyone to abandon our city and flee to London. People are recovering from their shock at the news of Winterhome and starting to hope for the future. Very glad to hear that. So if you look over here, the tendency is for people to not join the Londoners. So that's great. That may even start to fall. Alright, we can issue a new law. I don't really know what the evening prayers is. A new ability at the House of Worship. Shrines give people the strength they need to take on arduous tasks every day. Shrines raise the hope of people working nearby and increase the efficiency of nearby workplaces. Well, that sounds useful. Evening prayers in a House of Worship. Let's go with the evening prayers for now, since shrines we're gonna have to build, I assume, and the evening prayers we should be able to just put into effect. Yep. It'll cost 20 food rations, but that's okay. Hope will rise. Oh, hope rises a lot. Wow. Alright, I'm happy with that decision. We didn't have to build anything, it just cost us a little food. The cooldown on the sermon, it only has, well, I don't know, 12 hours or so before we can issue that again. The factory is closed at this time of day. We should get it heated so people will actually work there and hopefully not get too sick. We...
Work time. Get back to work.
I think we... Did we research the... Did we research the infirmary? We did. Did we ever build one? Care house. Cook house. It's a little hard to know. Oh, yep, there we got an infirmary. Great. It's cold out there. Let's turn up the heat a bit. We got 10 engineers working and hardly any patients. Excellent. Generator efficiency upgrade researched. Let's check out our next priority. How far away from... So we're like 3.5 days from the temperature level dropping significantly. I think we need to focus on our heating. We need to research improved heaters, which is going to burn more coal in places with the heaters activated, but if we immediately then research heater efficiency upgrade, which actually we're not going to be able to do without this third. Let's unlock the third tier. Damn, we need wood. Damn. Let's... I don't want to be researching nothing, though. Is there anything that doesn't need wood that we would be interested in having? Coal mining operation needs 30 wood, which is not much. 30 wood for gathering post installation. 30 wood. 20 wood for the wall drill. Wall drills require steam cores to build, though, and we're on our last steam core here. Overdrive couplings will allow us to raise the temperature of all heat zones by 2 levels when the generator is put into overdrive. I think steam hubs are the way to go, though. All right, let's just pick something here. Let's get something down. Should we just give this another couple of minutes and see if we can bring in enough? No, that's a waste. That's a waste of time. We gotta get something. Let's insulate the healthcare places. I don't know. Improved heaters only takes 30 wood, and should I cancel this? We've just started it. Do we get stuff back? Yes, we get our stuff back from that. So I'm going to go with heaters, since we can't unlock the next tier yet anyway. We might as well get those heaters banged out. My plan would have been to unlock the tier, then unlock the improved heaters, and then immediately unlock the next, the efficiency, the heater efficiency upgrade. But I don't think that's going to happen now, so we'll just go ahead and unlock the heaters. Scouts have reached promise fulfilled. I promised the people warmth in their houses, and I delivered. Hope rises a fair amount, a good amount. That's good. All right, scouts have reached the exile colony. Numerous snow shelters, expertly built from blocks of hard-packed snow, huddle around cold, burned-out campfires. A deathly silence hangs over the colony. Some of the exiles are still alive, just barely. We could try to bring them to our city, although they might die on the way. One of the dying held a diary to his chest. We read the last entry. Exiled from Tesla City, with food and fuel running out, we sent the strongest among us to search for help. They're our last hope. We're afraid this refers to the poor Yankees we buried. Let's escort the exiles to the city. I guess by Yankees they mean Americans. We're going to escort these guys to the city. They're bringing back some desperately needed manpower and more children. Boy, those kids are going to be here in a day. Oh wait, these kids are going to... What? That says that they're going to arrive in a minute. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, and we have no place to house them. Scouts have returned with all those children, some wood, which is good, some food, which is good, and 3 steam cores. Alright, so we're going to have to get more houses down. We're going to have to get more bunkhouses, 20 wood, 10 steel. Just running low on, really low on wood right now. What happened to all the wood we just brought back? Oh, it probably all went to building the automaton. Yep, that's what it did. Oh dear. I wonder if we should put these sawmills on extended shift. 9 wood an hour. 4 wood an hour. Why is he bringing in so little wood? Because it's freezing out here, maybe. And because we don't have a lot of people working. Oh, gosh, we got all those kids to deal with now, and none of them will work. Let's do the best we can for them. Now, where's a steam hub? There. Okay, so let's build our houses right around this steam hub. That's all the wood we have to spare right now. I don't even think we're going to have enough to build a street to connect these. Just barely. Alright, sawmill peeps, I'm sorry, but you're working a long shift today. Our discontent is like 0, so I gotta ask you to put in a few extra hours, because our wood situation is dire. Dire. I wonder if we should even build a 3rd. We've got plenty of frozen trees out here. We could build a 3rd sawmill, although we need wood for that. We need 10 wood. We don't have the manpower. We don't have anybody to put on the sawmill, so there's no point. We got to focus on getting these children housed. We have enough to build 1 more bunkhouse now near this steam hub and near the place of worship. Hey! Did we turn out our first automaton? It looks like we did. It'll do a lot to help us. Yeah, it sure will. Look at that thing. Yes, an automaton. Are automatons dangerous? Great question. I do not know. Using automatons, our first automaton is operational. This will help our economy greatly. Automatons can replace entire manual labor crews. They work around the clock with short breaks to refuel at the generator or steam hubs. We can research upgrades to raise their efficiency and capability. Fantastic. Now we will immediately take all the peeps off of, this sawmill down here, and replace it with that automaton. That frees up some workers for us to spread around. And do we have enough wood? No, that takes a lot of wood. But that automaton's going to trundle over. There's our automaton. Martian, pay no heed to the giant robot, people. It's friendly. It will not hurt us. Let's get researching something else. It's going to take more wood that we need, but we're going to need insulation when that temperature really starts plummeting soon, which is now only 3 days away. Well, it's time off for everyone but you, Automaton. Get the heck out there and start doing automaton things on that sawmill. I think that the automaton actually, I mean, if you look, our wood is going up. I think the game counts the automaton as working there, even though it's not actually standing there. Because everybody else is off shift? Or no, these guys are still on their extended shift. Yeah, these guys are still working. Getting a little low on wood out here. I don't know how much more. Yeah, they're down to the dregs over on this sawmill. What is this? United by faith, sir. We're holding an evening prayer this afternoon. Plenty of people are here. They're praying, also talking and laughing. I haven't seen anything this heartening in our city for a long time. It's really brought the community together. I am glad to hear that. And now I think that our sermon is about to, the cooldown is about to expire. Right? Yep, there it is. Boom! Now we can offer that again, and hope goes up even more. Alright. I think we're in okay shape here, guys. We've got more steam cores. Although if I order this built right now, it's going to use up all that wood, and we need that wood to unlock the next upgrade. So I'm not going to order them to build a new automaton right away. What are our scouts waiting for? Oh, they're waiting back here at our city. Let's send them to the temporary settlement as a waypoint, then we'll send them on to Dreadnought Landing. Oops. Or should we... No, we should send these guys back down to Freshwater Springs. Send them to the Snow Cliff as a waypoint, and then down to Freshwater Springs. And then these guys, once they get back to camp, can head out to Dreadnought Landing. Okay, how we doing? How we doing? We've got more workers now that we can spread around. All right, look at all these engineers. I mean, having engineers working there is not a bad thing. It's just probably not the most efficient use for engineers. Alright, all these workplaces have the manpower they need now. We've got 2 unassigned workers. And these things are on cooldown. Alright, I'm going to speed up time. Things seem to be going pretty well here. Famous last words. What could possibly go wrong? Food rations. Now, I say things are going well, but you know, we should be stockpiling more. We're kind of breaking even on all these resources. We're not really stockpiling. I'm not sure how to increase the steel we're bringing in. Why did we stop? Oh, got a message. Send a cleric to reassure people. Captain, someone has defaced the walls with predictions of doom for our city. It's troubling. People already fear we'll share Winterhome's fate, and scared minds are swayed by even the smallest nudges. We will send a cleric to reassure the people. Yes, because we can. Go, cleric. Get those people reassured. Get out there. So I'm not sure how to increase our steel work. Wow, it's cold out here, even with the heater on. That's why we got to get that next heater upgrade going. Oh, wait, we do have the next heater upgrade. And it's still cold out here. We need better building insulation, and we need to build a steam hub out here. I wish you could put automatons on workshops to keep these going all night long, but you can't. Wonder if we should be... See, now the problem with having the steam, the double heater, the heater upgrade, it's burning 2 coal for everything that's using its heater right now. So that's why we really wanted that. And there's no way to turn it back down to 1. I really wanted that efficiency upgrade to be the next, to come right after the heater upgrade. I don't think we're going to be able to make it to houses. With all these other priorities going on, I don't think we're going to be able to make it to houses before the really cold weather hits, as I thought we might. But the tents are doing fine for now. We'll just have to replace them with bunkhouses once the temperature drops significantly in the next couple of days. Who knows, maybe we can unlock houses before then, but I doubt it, because we'll have to get the next tier unlocked. Then we'll want to get the heater efficiency unlocked after that, so... Well, we're up to 134 wood, so there'll be enough wood for us to unlock that next tier when this research is complete. And I could start replacing these tents now. Let's give it another day or two and see how far along we get with this research. Maybe our engineers will come through for us. We've got 3 fully staffed workshops going now. And it's plenty warm for these peeps. What happens if I drop the generator back down a bit? It's chilly in the tents. And it's chilly in the medical post. I think it's going to make more sense to leave this up. Wow, look, our food rations are up there. It's time to build more storage for our food rations. Food rations look good. Let's build a resource depot. Takes 40 wood and 20 steel. I think we can afford that. That doesn't have to be near anything even remotely warm, so let's put it all the way out here by the coal mines. See, now the heater on this coal mine is keeping this nice and warm, like livably warm. But the heater on the steelworks, oh, that's weird. Why wasn't it doing that before? Maybe because it was end of day and the heater was automatically off? I don't know. But yeah, look at up here at the calendar bar again. So you see that the temperature will drop significantly in a day or so, 2 days-ish. But then it rises again back up to where it is now 2 days after that. So we just have to make it through this first cold snap coming. It's not going to be that long. Alright, healthcare installation researched, great. We should be able to unlock this next tier now. Yes, we can. Get to work on that immediately, please. Workshop peeps. Boy, it's downright comfortable in the workshop. Oh, because it's right next to a steam hub, that's why. I can put these guys on extended shift, but at this point it's so late in the day we're not going to be getting the full benefit from it. I may wait until they leave for the day and then tomorrow make them come in a couple hours early and stay a couple hours late tomorrow. We don't want to generate the discontent that's going to cause just for the back end benefit. We want the full benefit. Londoners are not gaining any ground over here. People are still pretty hopeful. Scouts number 2 have returned to the city with a bunch of great stuff. A bunch of people for our workforce. We're going to have to build houses for them, of course. A bunch of wood, which is great. Some steel and 2 steam cores. Good, good, good. Alright, let's get some houses built. Or bunk houses, anyway. Again, we're trying to build these around the steam cores. Got a bunch of steam. We got a bunch of open slots near a steam core here. How many do we need? 60? Oh man, we've got to build 6 homes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what there isn't over here though is a house of worship. This over here is near a steam hub and a house of worship. Why don't I take a few of these? You can cancel these and put a few of them over near that other one where there's... Let's see how many we can get over there, actually. Come on. Come on! No one has started working on that. People just barely started working on this. Alright, we'll leave those 2 there. That's fine. And then see if we can build 4 more over here. Because that's got a steam hub. Where's the steam hub? Steam hub there. That's just... I don't know if that's actually in the steam hub's range. But, you know, we need another steam hub over here anyway. Because these houses were all cold before...
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
I actually am now thinking that that first place we had him was probably the best place for him. We're gonna have to build a steam hub over here, though. We're gonna have to. Should we do that since we're gonna have to do it anyway? 20 steel, and we're okay on steel. That seems kind of efficient there. And now let's see about building some more houses. No, none of these are going to be in range of that steel hub. Well, maybe. If I snug it right up against this. I think this one's a little far away from the hub. That's going to be right on the border of the house of prayer area, but I think that'll work. It should work. Got to get streets. Okay. How about over here? You need street. You need street. You need street. You need street. Have some street. There we go. Alright, checking our houses of worship again. Those active abilities were still on cooldown. Yeah. But we should have all these people housed soon. We gotta put food in here. This is a resource depot for food. Alright, now 2 people are hungry. Why would they be hungry with all these food rations here? You don't need more than 1 cookhouse, do you? Wow, the cookhouse is frigid! People probably don't even want to go in there. But it's got to be frigid because people aren't working. It's got to be that. Right? Yeah, okay, so the heaters automatically turn off at night when no one's working there. Yeah, okay, good. Right? Oh, we can issue another law. Adaptation or purpose. Our hope's pretty good. Faith keepers, most devoted believers, sure that the righteous, blah, blah, blah. Shrines again. I'm not sure. What do we have under adaptation that we might be interested in? Oh, the public house. Hope will rise slightly. People are less discontented. Discontent's not a problem now. I wish there was a law that helped us building stuff. Oh, prosthetics. Yes, if we sign the prosthetics law, how many people do we have? We only have 3 amputees right now. I don't know if it makes sense to sign the prosthetics law. Now, purpose, it said that shrines would increase the efficiency of nearby workplaces, so that may be something we're interested in. Temples, raise hope, Discontent Falls. There's a new service called the Ceremonial Service, which raises hope and comforts the discontented. Yeah, Faith Keepers. Faith Keepers can break up protests and have a nighttime procession ability, but discontent will rise. I will have to build 3 shrines if I sign this law. Shrines require 10 wood and 10 steel. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's try this. I've never tried this before. Let's see what it does.
A new law has passed.
Yeah, remind people that their work has a higher purpose. So I think that let's build some shrines. They work more efficiently. Let's get one out. So this is going to be great. It'll hit the hothouse and the coal mines. This will hit the steel works and nothing else. That's a little bit useless, but maybe we can build something else out here to increase that usefulness. If I built a street here, we could have it hitting the factory. You know what? How about over here near the hothouse again? Hothouse. This is almost out of wood. I think that might be a good place to put it, though. If we could get this to hit the hothouse and the coal thumper and... Okay, it's going to be hothouse or sawmill. And that sawmill is going to be done soon, so probably better to leave it like this. Alright, let's try that. And then this sawmill is brand new. Is there anything we can double up on here? What's that? That's the infirmary. I guess that it should work on them too, right? Right? But in order to make that happen, we're going to need a street. Will it let me build one even without a street? And then build the street to it? No. So I'm going to have to try to make a street in the right spot here. Ah, that's going to bring down some wood. Let's try that. Nope, it needs to be out a little bit farther. Alright, well, we're going to lose a little wood to this, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Great, now we've got the infirmary and the sawmill, and then we can build something else over here that requires you know, that's a workplace. All right, speed up time a bit. Get our Automaton back to work. Yeah, I'll check that out in a second. Let's watch our Automaton settle in for the night's work. Yoink. So cool. That's cool. Alright, what do you want to tell me? Another act of vandalism. The Londoners have defaced more walls, urging everyone to join them and abandon the city. Some graffiti even mocks my leadership. What? Branding you an unfit leader. Well, we kind of knew that already. Incapable of doing what it takes to save our people. Yes, well, we'll have to see. Send a cleric to reassure the people because we can. Alright, peeps building the shrines. We will complete this requirement, and that should raise hope slightly. Our cleric was beaten! A priest was assaulted while trying to reassure people disturbed by the Londoners' slogans. We should do something to protect our people. We need the faith keepers to secure the streets. Let's do that. We will have 3 days to establish faith keepers. Ugh. Hope will rise slightly. Discontent will fall slightly if I just pray for him and his assailants. That's what we want to do. We'll pray for the cleric. Yeah, Aura Beresford says we're not going to make it. David Snell says we have to get organized. Come on, guys. We're doing okay. Oh, we should be able to... I wonder if any of our active abilities on the faith houses have cooled down. This should be ready to go any second. There it is. Bingo. Good timing. Discontent just went up because of overcrowded medical facilities. Big deal. Again, those weird... Oh, and our scouts have reached someplace. These scouts are waiting back here at home because they brought those other peeps back. We've got to send them back out to the temporary settlement. These peeps are waiting at... These scouts are waiting at the waypoint we sent them to, and we can send them on to Freshwater Springs. And I have 5 steam cores with which to play, and a bunch of wood, and hardly any steel. I don't know of any other way to increase our steel production other than to research the next, like a steam steelworks. Do we have enough to get our thing going? No, we need 100 steel for that. Hope rises because our shrines are built. That's good. Let's start them building an automaton as soon as we reach enough. As soon as we get enough steel, they'll start to work on that. We definitely have the steam cores to burn on another automaton. We may even build a third one. Not sure. So when you upgrade these next resource techs, like the steam sawmill, steam coal mine, steam steelworks, you can build them right on top of these old ones, and you'll get the steam core that you used to build the coal mine back, so it won't cost you double steam cores to make that happen. So our sawmill guys hard at work bringing wood to the saw. Mechanical calculators research, that's the next tier. So now I think we need to get the heater efficiency upgrade before we do the houses. We have another day left. Maybe our... we never put these guys on the extended shift. Well, it's only halfway through the day. I'm going to go ahead and put all these workshops on extended shift to see if I can power through the research and get to houses before it gets super cold. This is coming soon. This is like a day, less than a day. Well, just about a day away. But this research is going pretty quickly. maybe we get through this research and get houses researched so that we can replace these tents with houses before the really cold weather hits. That seems like a gamble because it's going to take time for them to build. I think... what should I do? Our factory is functioning, but they don't have enough steel. Why aren't you guys working harder? Work harder, please. Steelworks. I need you guys to get bitty. Breath of hope, sir. People have started to leave personal charms, beads, written prayers at shrines as votive offerings. It seems to help them keep their spirits up in these trying times. That's great. Yeah. That's why we built them. All right. No, this research is almost done. Let's see if we can get to houses before we replace these tents. Our discontent just went way down because medical facilities are no longer overcrowded. Now, who else is on overtime work here? We've got our 3... How do you tell that? Does this tell you? Coal pile... Oh, these aren't even being worked. We're not bringing in as much coal as we should, but this upgrade will help a lot once we get this upgrade in. How do you tell who's working an overtime shift? I know that we've got those 3 workshops working overtime. Who else is working overtime? Do you have to go through and click every single... Oh, was it it was the sawmill, wasn't it? Yep. All right, we're okay on wood now. Let's go ahead and take them off the overtime shift. Boy, they burned through a bunch of wood really quickly down here. We just built this. Is that the one we just built? No, this is the one we just built down here. Okay. Heater efficiency upgrade researched, and we're out of steel, but that's actually good because that means that they're now building that other automaton. I mean, it's not good, but it's not terrible. And now we got to go immediately to houses, except we need 25 steel for that. Oh, crud. Oh, no. Should we wait and see if... Alright, we got to put these guys on extended shift. Oh, no, stay at work. Workers, boy, I just got them on extended shift in time. Keep bringing in steel. Give me some steel. Right? Are they still working? They're still working, right? Okay, 18 steel. We need 25. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. The cold weather's coming. Cold weather's going to be here soon. We're up to 20 steel. 22. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Smelt that steel! 24. 26. Okay. Houses. Start. Oh, keep hitting escape by accident. Okay. Well, still low on steel. The next Steam Steelworks should probably be our next priority since we're having trouble keeping up on the steel. And that... Oh, we got another law. Evening prayers, temple. We will have to build a temple. Discontent will occasionally fall slightly. Temple raises hope. Faith keepers, our most devoted believers. These guys scare me a little bit. I don't know if we want to go that far. Do we really want to... House of healing. It doesn't require engineers, treats the gravely ill, and gives all patients a small hope bonus. We will have to build a house of healing. It heals people slower than the infirmary. Field kitchens Raises the temperature of nearby workplaces by 1 level. And provides people working nearby with hot meals. Well, that's what it does. Let's go to adaptation. Public house, we're okay on. Ceremonial funerals, we're okay. Extended shift, we're okay. I feel like our hope is not a huge concern here. Prosthetics, not a huge concern here either. Not sure what to do with for a law. Discontent is low, guys. We don't need the public house. I don't think there's any harm in going with the temple. I feel like these faith keepers are... Discontent will rise. We'll build a temple. Let's build a temple.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
What better testament to our faith could we offer than a temple? Yep. What's it going to take to build a temple? It's going to take more steel than we have by a lot. Yeah, alright. Alright, we are okay on food. We've got plenty of steam cores. Hey, wait, did we make another? It looks like did we finish production? No. We're still building another automaton. Our wood is back up to a manageable level. Our steel is like gone. Food is just barely, we're just barely breaking even on the food. Alright, these guys have reached freshwater springs. Several pools kept freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichen cling to the bare rock at their edges. Seems like a good place for a hideout. Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They're a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichen. Ugh. I don't think they ate lichen. I think they probably ate each other. Site discovered nearby, Frozen Grove. I'm not too worried about all these guys making it back to the city by themselves. We got a good workforce now, plus we can build automatons. I'm going to send these guys back to the city on their own and send our scouts on to the Frozen Grove. These scouts will reach their waypoint in 9 hours. I am concerned about our lack of steel here. We're not going to be able to do much of anything until we get some steel coming in. How's our coal situation? We're burning more than we're bringing in right now. Heaters are burning a lot. Steam hubs are burning a lot. The generator's not burning as much as the heaters and the steam hubs. We really don't even need half of these freaking steam hubs going right now. We had them going to bring our... Remember we had that mission that asked us to make the homes livable for a while? Well, we've done that. Maybe we can at least... Let's at least turn them down and see if we start getting complaints and generating discontent. Let's just see what happens if we turn these off. Oops. How are we going to survive? What should we do? Why are you so upset, Clarence? We have to get organized. We have to do something. Why? Everything's fine, guys. People are cold at home. Our engineers, we can take our engineers off of overtime work now that we've... Well, oh boy. Here comes the cold weather, dudes. And we need steel to build those bunkhouses. Oh no. How much steel do we need for a bunkhouse? 10 steel. We've got... Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Well, I guess we got to turn those steam hubs back on. I think the easy way to do that is to go in here, turn on that temperature overlay, and then these get switches. Whoops, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Oh no, I gotta turn all this stuff on.
Work time. Get moving.
Oh boy. I got to turn these back on to 24-hour operation. Where's the other Steam hub? Get off my Steam hub. I need to click on it. It's 24 hours. Oh boy. Where's the other one? 24 hours for you. And now we're going to be burning through coal like crazy sauce. Get the heater. The heater's on, and this hothouse is still freaking freezing. Look how cold it is. I mean, it is freezing out here. Wow. We can replace 3 of these tents. These tents are cold. Let's replace 3 of the tents with bunkhouses. Oh, so we're at minus 60 now. Scouts have reached the frozen grove. We've researched a new automaton. Let's send the automaton over to the steelworks so that he's working 24 hours a day. And then check out our scouts down here at the frozen grove. Some trees in this grove bear deep cuts in the shape of a cross. We found some bones scattered around them. Search might provide wood. Take back a bunch of wood. Poking around the trees marked with crosses, we found shallow graves under each of them. The dead bodies lack most of the bigger muscles, and some bones bear signs of a cutting tool. The corpses have been obviously stripped of edible parts. Yep. You guys weren't eating lichen. Liars. Now we know what kept the survivors by the freshwater springs from starving. We'll leave the graves intact, but we cut trees for wood, take those resources, and head back to town. All the way back to town. Yep. Alright. Alright. These guys are waiting at their waypoint. Send them on to Dreadnought Landing. Now, back in the city, it's minus 60, guys. The cold weather has hit. It's only going to last for a couple of days, but we are going to be faced with some serious challenges during this super cold weather. And we are going to address those challenges in the next episode. So thanks for watching, everybody. Leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the Frostpunk playthrough. And I will see you all in the next episode here at Frostbite Falls. Stay safe. Stay warm.